Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of ECW Extreme Championship Wrestling. This is, of course, Hardcore TV. I am, of course, Tuck, the man of the minute. The minute man? Oh, no. This is episode, oh, God, I have to think, 73? Brain wants to say 73. Don't know if that's right or not. I think it is. Put up 72 yesterday. No, 71 yesterday. 72, 70. I think this is 73. This is another episode of Hardcore TV. We continue to move towards, I think it's Hardcore Heatwave. I think it's Hardcore Heat. No, it's not Hardcore Heatwave. That sounds stupid. It's barely legal. It's April. It's barely legal. Yeah, we already got one match booked in for that. And that is the tag team cage match between the Suicide Blondes and the Stormtroopers. Sexton Hardcastle and Christian Cage taking on Lance Storm and Chris Candido. And we're proud to announce tonight that we've added another match to that television special. We will there see the confrontation, the battle we've been waiting for about 5-6 months now, maybe. Jerry Lynn versus Taz for the television championship. Taz, of course, a really undeniable monster here in ECW, been television champion for about a year and a half. Without further ado, let's do the do. We're in Hammerstein, of course. We're actually going to open up with those two I just mentioned, Lynn and Taz. They're going back and forth arguing about something backstage. You know what I mean? They're getting each other's business. And Heyman says, all right, listen, I'm losing control of the locker room a little bit. We got you guys going at it back here, which I don't need. All right, you two are supposed to be front runners for this show. All right, you're supposed to be icons. I can put you on posters and we can sell tickets. I can't have the two of you. I mean, I can have the two of you wanting to tear each other apart, but it needs to be in that ring. It can't be back here. I've got the Dudleys constantly hankering for when I'm going to finally solve the whole Stormtroopers, Suicide Blonde situation so they can keep climbing the tag ranks again. I'm dealing with the Suicide Blonde Stormtroopers situation where they keep battling. Sabu is running around injuring my top talent. I don't know how long Shane Douglas is gone and or what he's suffering from. I'm dealing with too much shit right now, okay? I even mentioned the fact that Tommy Dreamer and Sandman, two guys who are very culturally important to this company, are being hunted down by a man who's 7 feet and his buddy, credible. But listen, I need the two of you to kind of be a little bit civil, all right? Just a little bit. And I'm going to spur that on a little bit. Tonight, main event, you two are going to team up and you're going to take on Stevie Richards and the Blue Meanie. All right? Just keep it organized. Keep it simple. All right? I need the two of you to look good out there. You need to sell this a little bit. All right? I'm a businessman at the end of the day, aren't I? You two can have your differences, and you two will get your hands on each other. Trust me, I've already got the date booked. Just don't do it back here. All right? Thanks. So there you go, there's our opening of the show, and we have a match to open up, and it's a really damn good one, a 61C+, as Mike Awesome and Mikey Whipwreck battle for about 7 and 3/4 of a minute, Awesome picks up the win with an awesome bomb. Match got the crowd buzzing. It's a car crash match, which basically just means Mike Awesome throws Mikey Whipwreck around a lot and puts him through fucking tables or something like that. Like, imagine, big spot, awesome bomb from the ring, outside through a table. Puts over the fact that Mike Awesome is a fucking bad man, and he's not fucking around. Tommy Dreamer and Sandman are in big trouble. Tommy Dreamer already knows that. He got his ass kicked a couple weeks ago. Yeah. And Mike Awesome stands tall, and he looks like a machine. He's a machine. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? I think it was more of a concern thing, Brian Cage said, right? He was like, do you know who I am? Oh, God, please know who I am. Following that, we've got a 58 Seaman. I says, oh shit, whoa! Dreamer and Sandman come down. Dreamer with a chair, Sandman with a kendo stick with a cane, and they 2-on-1 beat down Mike Awesome. Where's Just Incredible? I don't fucking know. I don't know where the fuck Just Incredible. I don't know where the fuck Just Incredible is. All right, I don't know. Ask Chastity. All right, she's there with Awesome. Where the fuck's Credible? But yeah, no. They come down with, of course, Woman and Beulah, and they just beat the shit out of Mike Awesome. It's a clear statement, right, that they're not backing down, despite the fact that Awesome is a violent beast of a man, and Just Incredible is there. But Dreamer and Sandman beat down Awesome, leave him battered, and they look happy with themselves. But one has to kind of realize deep down that, what does it mean that probably the man with the most conviction on the roster, Tommy Dreamer, is attacking somebody from behind? Either means the Sandman got him really fucking drunk and or high, or Tommy Dreamer's scared. And listen, all right, I'm not here to kind of speculate on how people are feeling, all right? I'm just a guy who writes the motivations of every single character and decides how they're feeling about certain things, and writes why they do certain things. But I might put my money on the fact that Dreamer might not be totally confident that even him and Sandman, as really good of a duo as they are, they mesh together shockingly well for, what they are. I think it isn't a stretch to say that Dreamer's a little bit shaken up by what he's just seen and what he's gone through involving Mike Awesome. And yeah, we'll move forward. Kurt Angle cuts a fucking whopper promo. It's the Angle Open Challenge, as per the usual, and he calls out whoever he wants. Somebody come out there. The guy we're going to see answer the challenge is not actually that guy. I've changed everything about him. I just want to try things out. I don't really know why I'm doing this. Probably because I don't want to use them. But it doesn't matter because I'm going to tell you guys anyways. It's the Amazing Red, so I'm going to kind of see what the Amazing Red can do. I'm just trying out different pieces, you know what I mean? I'm not really looking to pick anybody up. I'm just getting some people some work, seeing what they can do. Wondering if maybe, I don't really know if this is a thing in TEW. I know a fair bit about the common core workings of TEW. I learned that not many people know as much as me, and that sounds like I'm stroking my ego, but I don't really mean it to be. I'm kind of just being real when I say that. I know a few fair things. Like, people don't know PopCaps exist. People can only get so popular. That's why when you get certain people to a certain popularity, their pop will continue to go down continuously. It's because their destiny roll says they can only be X amount of popularity. So if you got somebody to a 90, but their pop cap was 80, he's going to keep losing pop every single month until he's back to an 80 and then sit there. There's your TW fun fact of the day. But, yeah, I don't know if this is a mechanic or not, but I would like to think that maybe if I gave somebody some work and they had an alright match, which Angle is the master of putting on pretty damn good matches with potato sacks, let's be honest, maybe they'll get some work. Because independent wrestling this year, a lot of companies have died. Like 3 or 4 American independents have died. It's like basically me, if you want to call me an indie. I wouldn't call me an indie, but you could if you wanted to. It's like me, NWA Wildside, like CZW, and that's it. There's a couple really small ones, but that's it in terms of like big names here fighting regionally. But yeah, moving forward. So yeah, the Amazing Reds here is Johnny Figs. He just looks like some random schmuck. Not a great rating, but Angle shines in the match, gets the crowd hot. It's an alright rating for what I wanted. Angle beats him in about 6 minutes with an Angle Slam. Looks great. It's true. It's damn true. We get a confrontation backstage between the Hardys. They're walking around with their tag belts, just doing different media stuff for the company, you know what I mean? Maybe signing some merch or something like that. And Bubba and Devon actually come down, and then they lock eyes with the Hardys. Bubba says, well, what have we got here? We got the two hard-working boys who just achieved their dream. Am I right? And Jeff looks at him and he says, listen, man, all right, don't cut that shit with us, all right? We know you guys. We've beaten you guys. You've beaten us. It goes both ways, all right? We've gone through a war in that ring already one time. I'd do it again, but I don't want to right now, all right? I wouldn't ask for it right now. You're the 2 toughest sons of bitches we've had to fight here. And Bubba says, that's great and all, Jeff, and I appreciate it, but we're not here to pick a fight with you. We're here to remind you and remind them. Actually points at the camera. And he says, because of what is genuinely, as much as I love him, Paulie's inability to keep everybody relevant. Maybe that has to do with TV time. Hint, hint, it does. Don't know how loud that'll be. I've never really done like a weird whisper spot. But Bubba basically just says, we're here to remind you guys that we're coming for those again. The second opportunities start to open up, you know damn well we're going to lay waste to everybody in our path to get back to where we were. This time last year, matter of fact, we had just won the tag team titles. So you guys can keep living your dream. Keep being happy to be here. But me and Devon, we're not happy to be here. And the second we get the opportunity, we won't be here. We'll be there. Exactly where you're standing. And they walk away. Again, just me trying to keep the Dudleys relevant while I run through the motions here, finishing up certain feuds. Part of the problem of only having an hour, part of the problem of having a fairly limited roster, you know what I mean? We're not massive. I don't have storylines for everybody, and even if I did, I really couldn't fit them in. So, yeah. Moving forward, I guess. We have a 53 C- as the Suicide Blondes are in the ring with Angelita. And Sexton and Christian are talking about the Stormtroopers, talking about how they're going to kick their ass in the cage match. It's because they're from Northie, and they're going to get them. That's a terrible Canadian accent. I'm Canadian. I should... man, that's disappointing. That's okay. No, but they talk about how Paul Heyman hasn't allowed Lance and Chris and Domery into the arena tonight, just like they won't be allowed in the arena next week. It's part of his kind of plan to control the locker room a little bit more. Apparently, we're fucking everything up. Whatever. Who gives a fuck, all right? We do what we want. He's paying us at the end of the day. Maybe we'll do what he says. But in that cage, Paul, it doesn't really matter what you want. It matters what we want. And what we want is for our arms to be raised, for us to climb the tag team ladder figuratively and possibly literally. Let's be honest, those Hardy guys are fucking psychopaths. Throwing themselves off of really high shit for no reason. God. It's almost as if they enjoy this. No. The purpose is not to enjoy this. The purpose is to get to the point where you're damn good enough to take the belts from whatever schmuck enjoys it, so you can then start making the dollar. Because then, guess what happens when you make money? You can put that away. And you know what happens when you put money away? You start to build up a bank account. And when your bank account is big enough, you don't have to come out here and speak your mind in front of a bunch of fucking losers who will never do anything compared to what you have done with your life. Now, me and Chris here, we're not that old. We're not afraid to admit that we're pretty fucking young. Matter of fact, I wear that on my shoulder. He wears that on his shoulder. You want to know why? Because we're more successful than 90% of the wrestling industry has been, and we're going to be more successful than all of them. It's not going to take that long, because when you're this damn good, it doesn't take very much to back it up. There's a Dolph Ziggler reference for all the fucking Dolph Ziggler marks. And, there's your promo. You dig? Ooh, that was terrible. Tag team main event. All right, that's a pretty damn good rating. 69C+. Jerry Lynn and Taz defeat Meanie and Richards in 16-16 when Taz defeated Blue Meanie by pinfall to a T-bone suplex. Overall, you know what I mean? There's a bit of a story to this, just kind of Taz and Lynn infighting a little bit, bickering back and forth, not being totally on the same page. But overall, it's not too big of an issue as they're able to pick up the victory. Meanie and Richards have a pretty damn good showing, I think. Stevie puts up a big fight here. Meanie's still a bit of a total comedy character. Richards every once in a while gets a good match. going. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this. And we have a thing to close out the show. That's a really damn good rating. Rob Van Dam's the ring with his belt. And he says, ladies and gentlemen, as the most important man of this company, and as your champion, I'd like to make a proposal. All right? I have a good buddy who's been back in the company for a little bit, coming off of a horrific leg injury, and I'd like to bring him out here right now and celebrate my success with him. So, if you will, Sabu, please come down here. And Sabu actually comes out. Not as gay, all right? I heard it too. The second I said that, I was like, No, he comes out to the ring and gets in the ring, and he just stares at RVD. And RVD holds out his hand to Sabu, and Sabu looks at it. And there's an awkward pause, and RVD says, That's fine, don't worry. Listen, Sabu, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I neglected our team. I'm sorry I went with Regal for a bit. I'm sorry I just kind of left you behind and became a lot more relevant than you. And I'm sorry I didn't help you. I'm sorry. I really am. I'm sorry I basically tried to, eliminate exactly what you are. Listen, all right, it's not been a very fun year and a half for me and your relationship, but you've been off doing your own thing, right? You fought Shark Boy that one time, and then you broke your leg. But listen, me and you together now, all right? Here's the thing: there are opportunities open up. You heard it there tonight or whatever from the Dudleys earlier in the back. What do you say, me and you? We re-up on this, all right? Re-up on this whole tag team idea. We go for those tag belts. I can be a double champion. You can be a tag team champion. Everybody benefits. And Sabu looks at RVD and is basically expressionless. And Rob's like, okay, what if I cut you a different deal? What if I manage you from now on? You know what I mean? Because you're a tough guy, right? You don't need anybody's help. But I'd love to just maybe handle some stuff, and maybe we could get Bill back. You know what I mean? Like old times, and we can just hang out, and we can just be guys again, right? One guy with the big belt, and you can have the tag belts, and you can be kind of weird, but not that weird, because you're a good guy still, right? You're still a good guy, right, Sab? Right? And he holds his hand out to Sabu, and Sabu moves his arm. It's the most emotion, most movement we've seen on him that it wasn't involved in a match, and he goes to shake RVD's hand, and like lightning, turns his hand and grabs RVD by the throat. And Rob's like, no, this is not how I wanted this to go. He looks RVD in the eyes and fucking tosses him. Just tosses him. And RVD's like, oh, Jesus. Okay, this is not what I wanted. So RVD crawls out of the ring, still kind of dazed, and Sabu suicide dives through the middle of the ring ropes and forearms RVD. And as RVD's down, Sabu gets back up. And he gets a chair, and he climbs back into the ring, and he delivers an elbow drop with the chair onto the outside. Slides back in the ring, looks over, and notices the ECW World Championship there in the corner. And he looks at the ECW World Championship. He looks at the chair he's got in his hand. And he grabs the ECW Championship. He holds it up, he puts it on the ground, and then throws the chair at RVD, who's still on the ground on the outside. Message sent. 74 B-. That's pretty well done. Blue Meanie was overused. I don't really care about that, though, because it was a good show. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm enjoying kind of doing the stuff there with RVD and Sabu. I think it's definitely the most interesting stuff. We've got a really good set of like feuds going on right now, I feel. The weakest of them all is probably, I would argue it's the awesome Dreamer Sandman thing, but that's more about putting certain pieces in certain places for more important things to come on down the road. All Japan held champion Carnival. Yeah, that did really well. Misawa defeated TEW. I'm not great at pronunciation all the time. Yeah, that did really well. 97. Good God. New champion AAA. Dos Caras lost to Paraguayo. Oh, shit. Okay, cool. Did we actually do better than All Japan TV? We did. Holy shit. We were the best TV show. Didn't help that they had a pay-per-view, but that's okay. AAA. Oh, I'm getting text. No, it's not. Bleacher Report. That match didn't really do that well. These matches in here did okay. Killer defeating Quinto Elemento. Latin Lover defeating... Oh, Latin Lover Cybernetico defeating Brute Force. Who the hell's Brute Force? It's these two, isn't it? Cranio, and that's Psychosis too? Yeah, it is. Cool. New Japan looking to bring in some new guys. Overall, though, that looks quite okay. Shane Douglas's deal is ending. We've got booking complaints from Stevie. That's fine. But yeah, I'm going to sort all that stuff out off screen. This episode's already gone a little bit. We're making a lot of money this month. As you can see, we're cracking 700K, which is ridiculous. We held our Southeast show. You can see it right there if you want. It's not as like great as the last one, but it's moving our pop-up. I believe it moved our pop-up, didn't it? Yes, it did. It moved our pop-up, which ticked our importance up. And we need 6 more points in order to become a cult company. And I'm very, very excited to do that. Again, I'm thinking it'll probably be end of the year when we get that. So going into 2000, we'll be a cult company. We can probably get a big TV deal. We're basically going to take the exact same steps that the real ECW did, but we're going to get paid for putting on TV instead of paying people to put us on TV. You get it? Right, because Paul Heyman, that was your one big fuck up, Paul. I mean, he didn't pay people the entire time, but that's not important. Anyways, I'll re-up Douglas here off screen. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Hope you guys enjoy. As always, this is Silly Talk. Signing out.